specific. Wow. Billy with the.
Oh, Resident Evil. How I love this franchise. If you read the title correctly, you already know this is going. This is Resident Evil 0. Don't go away. Resident Evil 0 came in a bit weird. Franchises usually don't go Resident Evil 1, 2, 3, 0. A bit strange, but it serves as a prequel to Resident Evil 1. And overall, this game is regarded amongst fans as one of the more worst tank games out there. That doesn't mean it's bad though. It actually is regarded as a pretty decent game. For me, I played this game originally on the GameCube from Blockbuster. I don't remember a single thing about it other than the fact that I couldn't get off the train. Fast forward way into the future, and about 4 or 5 years ago, I played through it with a friend. It was awesome. I enjoyed almost every single aspect of the game. Fast forward 5 years to the present, and I thought it'd be cool that to play Resident Evil 8, I'd like to play through every Resident Evil prior to that in numerical order, starting with 0. So I replayed the game. I was about to say, if you're familiar with the Resident Evil franchise, then you're familiar with how the game's set up. But the franchise is literally so long impacting now. If I say if you're familiar with the Resident Evil franchise, you might be thinking, oh yeah, third person over the camera shoulder action. You might be thinking, oh, first person really horror implemented. Oh, yeah, none of that is Resident Evil 0. This is classic Resident Evil. The first thing you'll notice is that there's 2 playable characters, but no co-op.
What the fuck?
Arguably the biggest reason why this game amongst fans is not high regarded as the others. There's 2 players, but there's no co-op. Who made that decision? The reason why there's a cult following for the Outbreak Files is because of the fact it is classic Resident Evil style, but co-op. That's literally the only 2 reasons. If Resident Evil 0 were to come out as a remaster, such as 2 has and 3 has, make it co-op. That I would pre-order right now. The characters in question are Billy, a criminal on the run who's killed many people. Pretty basic character. Rebecca's in there. I think Rebecca's an underrated character. She's in Resident Evil 1. She's in Resident Evil 0. She hopefully comes back at some point. She really isn't that main face of the franchise though. Now, if you are familiar with other classic Resident Evils, this is no different. There are 2 major things that differentiate itself. One we've already talked about. It's the 2-player mechanic, the swap mechanic. If that's the case, I'll give him the knife. You can be in 2 different rooms almost at the same time. Billy could be in the first floor of the mansion while Rebecca could be in the second floor of the labs. You could swap in between those 2. You can't do that in any other Resident Evil that I know of, at least. Another big wedge between 0 and the rest of the classic Resident Evils, the item box has been just fucked out of the game. And honestly, going into Resident Evil 0 originally, I heard that this was the biggest complaint. And honestly, I don't have a huge memory of what I played 5 years ago because I was playing with a friend, so I was probably just laughing my ass off eating pizza or some shit. Fast forward to now, I still had that in my mind. No item box, is this going to be a big thing? Honestly, I didn't mind. I loved playing through this game. Does that mean that when I go to Resident Evil 1, I'm going to be completely blown away? Probably, I don't know. But the missing item box really wasn't a big problem for me. Like every classic Resident Evil, you'll be doing one of 2 things the entire way through the game. Number 1, shooting your enemies. Resident Evil 0 offers a pretty big variety of what you shoot with. Pistols, pretty basic. The shotgun, hunting rifle, Molotovs, grenade launchers,
Fuck it.
and I mean, who could forget the Magnum? I'm gonna use 2 Magnum bullets. Fucking hell.
Ooh,
Just so I can
yeah.
save it.
If you beat the game with a certain rank, you will also acquire the submachine gun. If RE0 was released in 2021, you know the submachine gun wouldn't be released as an endgame unlock. It would be released as a $2.99 DLC. You know I'm not lying. The other half of what you'll be doing are puzzles. Most of them are, there's an item missing and you acquire it later on, then you backtrack to plug it in, done, open an extra room, see what's in there. There's a really cool puzzle that a lot of people hate, but it's actually my favorite puzzle I've ever seen in Resident Evil. It really made me think, and I love the way it was set up. It's the animal puzzle. It's the animal kingdom puzzle set up in the basement. You have to light the torch, starting with the weakest animal to the strongest. Which one's better than the other? It's a big layer. It's like a 7-layer puzzle of dip. Okay, it's not really a dip, but it is a huge layered puzzle where you think, okay, the snake's pretty strong, but is it stronger than the lion? And if the eagle can take out the snake, does that mean that the lion is stronger than the eagle?
Crazy, it's like a mind puzzle, an awesome mind puzzle.
Or it really was my favorite puzzle of the game. Having 2 players playable offers more puzzles, but in only one way. I do say this is a pro and a con. Every puzzle that involves 2 people requires you to send an item down via a lift thing. At one point in the train, Billy is stuck in a room, the doorknob is jammed. You need Rebecca to go in, grab an ice pick, send it up via the trolley thing, then you can unlock the door. That's the sort of puzzles you'll see in RE0 compared to other games. Now you might be thinking, where is this happening? Where am I doing these puzzles? Where am I fighting these enemies? Well, you're fighting in, guess what? A mansion. Who saw this one coming? So rare in Resident Evil. I've never seen it done before. Honestly, it just feels like they copy and pasted an RE1 mansion. Like, honestly, the mansion itself is not nearly as iconic as the RE1 mansion. Sure, there are some cool rooms, but to me, when I think of RE0, I think of the train. And I think that is extremely weird, because the train is honestly like 15% of the game, maybe even less. 10% of the game. 10% of the game takes place in the train. 90% of RE0 for me, memory-wise, is the train. It opened. I don't see a red thing though, so it's not to this check. I guess throw it away, why not? Conductor. Holy shit. I'm gonna just not grab those right now. I'll grab this though. There's just something so iconic about running around, started the game on the train. You get the hook shot. You have to go up onto the train. It's really, really good moments for me in the train. The mansion, I don't know. Sure. There's the basement part. I think that's a little more cooler. Some crazy monkeys down there.
More on that later.
Later on, you'll get into like the lab area and everything like that, which I think is a little more cooler. Actually, my favorite room in the entire game is in that lab area. Love this room. Okay, I'm just gonna sit here. This is probably my favorite room in the game. Everyone listen to this. This is a little off track, but stay with me here. When the Resident Evil 8 trailer came out, there was a lot of comments saying, this isn't Resident Evil. Werewolves? What? This isn't Resident Evil. What are you talking about? Crazy. Little did they know, Resident Evil 0 in 2002, I believe, had enemies such as, zombies. Wild zombie crickets. Leechmen. Actual monkeys. Bruh. And dare I mention a 30-foot flying bat. Yeah, the enemies in Resident Evil 0 are definitely not all zombies. You have your weird cricket-looking things. You have your leechmen, who, by the way, is another thing that people don't like about this game. The leechmen are annoying. To me, they added a difficulty to the game that I felt was really fun and challenging. The line of difficult, I can't line this up with the camera. The line of difficult and fun is a very thin one. If there was no leechman in this game, I think it would be a little too easy. You would have to at least replace them with more hunters or something. Because walking into a room and you hear a leechman come in, my heart stops. Do I have enough Molotovs? Do I have enough grenade launcher bullets? Because if I use my shotgun or pistol, I'm just going to get whipped out. I'm going to lose health states. Health states would be gone. Too much ammunition at the table. I have to dodge him. Leechmen are annoying, but in a good way. Don't tell me I have to fight a leech man. Don't tell me I have to fight a leech man. Don't tell me I have to fight a leech man! My last save was very near. Dead. Dead! 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 Okay. I'll just re-go. God damn, man. And yeah, there's giant bats. And yeah, there's crazy, rabid, wild, white-haired monkeys running around trying to grab the back of Billy while he runs to get the hook shot. That's a little weird, but, I mean, I don't know. I didn't really have any pros and cons with it. On the story side, I don't think I'll spend much time on this. Arguably the biggest laughable under-the-rug table I've seen in Resident Evil since Resident Evil 6's Leon and Helena story. The main villain is the guy who sings opera and commands leeches. Is that right?
You are correct.
The funniest part is when you get to finally fight him, he goes for his big speech. And it's almost as if you've already killed him. Like, this is the most laughable villain I've ever seen. You finally get to fight this guy, and in the middle of the cutscene where you meet him, he, like, straight up dies.
Live. Now I will have my revenge.
Magnum!
And the world will burn in an inferno of hate.
You'll pay for what you've done.
We'll see which one of us is gonna die.
Okay, not a good start. So yeah, I really loved playing through Resident Evil 0. This is a game that had one unique aspect that I tag to every great game, movie, TV show, and book. It kept me entertained for hours and hours into the night. Any good book I read, I'm up till like 1 a.m. reading chapters. Any good TV show, I binge. Any good movie, I want to see the sequel. I want to rewatch it. I want to see other people's reactions. Any good game, I start and then I play for like 4 or 5 hours. And before you know it, it's 12 a.m. in the morning and I work the next morning and I regretted everything I did that day. What the fuck? That legitimately scared me. Billy! No! Okay, I might have overreacted there. No! Billy! Billy, turn around! Oh yeah, he's on idle. Shit. Okay, maybe I wasn't overreacting. Now I'm fucking injured. Now it's serious. Pigo Montego, bitch! Okay, I seriously need to actually just kill him and stop. Billy. That's not to say it doesn't have its cons. There is a lot of backtracking. New players who haven't played classic Resident Evil are gonna hate that. It is a slow game. You can't just walk in, Call of Duty gunshot, hit him with the 9 mag, pull the magnum out, boom, 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 down, hit him with the RPG, call in on a spy plane. No. You have like 4 shotgun bullets and there's 5 zombies. You have to hit headshots. There is a leechman around the corner. You have to go back through 45 doors to get 1 green herb that you will need. If you die, you start back at your last save. You will lose 30 minutes at a time when you do that. The hook shot, arguably I agree with, is the worst part of the game. The hook shot should have only been used, it should be a one-time deal. The thing with the hook shot, if you don't know, use it on the train, and then after that, you think it's useless. Okay, well guess what? Like 3 hours of gameplay later, when you're in a whole different like sector, it says you need the hook shot. So you have to literally travel back a full 10 minutes worth of loading screens to get the hook shot and come back and use it. So, pros and cons are many in this game. Kapow! Overall, I tried not to get too jumpy on the gun with this overall score. I know there's a lot of Resident Evils coming up, and maybe I'm a little bit biased because I haven't played classic Resident Evil in 5 years. So maybe going back into it with Resident Evil 0 first, I might be overdoing the overall. But still, it's not as high as people might think. Overall, I'm looking at a really solid 8.1 out of 10. So that's it. Resident Evil 0 is done. The train is halted. The brakes are on. The leechmen are dead. We've escaped. Usually at this point of a game review, I talk about what could be coming next. I wonder what it's going to be like. I know what's coming next. It's RE1. I've played it before. Not too surprised. But does that mean I'm not excited? Hell no. I can't wait to start RE1. For now, I'm your host, Saberplay Entertainment, and I hope you enjoy this review. Peace out. I'm really not here to take chances, man. We literally both missed. I missed my Magnum, he missed his swipe. I just got my second off faster. By the way, I thought I heard a zombie walking around. I was gonna literally pull my shotgun out. If I did, I would have been straight up KO'd. What's with all the hunters around here, man? Is this? Let's go! Oh my god! I've never wanted fucking herbs so bad in my life. What is up? I know what you're thinking. You're only here for the bonus Easter egg soundtrack I put in at the end of every video. But did you also know I have a donation page under Buy Me a Coffee? Donate whatever you want to my channel and I'll put half that back to an environmental charity. So that's that. Enjoy the music. Peace out.